Hello, everybody, and welcome back to GBear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. March 24th, 2019. You're looking at my garden, and this is what I've been doing all day. I've been moving dirt and trees. Well, I got all the trees planted. I got everything watered. I transferred my cilantro and tomatoes into the soil here. And I put the cilantro, I broke it up because it was all growing in that one pot that had the tangerine tree in it. And I was going to move that tangerine tree all the way to the end, but it was time to get it in the soil. It's just starting to get its strength and growing. So I wanted to do well this year. So if need be, I could always dig it up next year and move it from there. But for right now, in the soil so I can get it strengthened up. And here we're looking at my burgundy plum, and look at all the flowers on this, up there at the top here, even down here on the new branch at the bottom, and a bunch of them right here on the new branch here. So that's doing well, and it's got room to spread out a little bit now. And I put my Italian oregano down there also. I can grow herbs all the way around the edges here. Great ground cover, helps keep the soil from drying out. I still haven't figured out what this one is that's growing here that was in that pot, but I transplanted it over and we'll see what comes up from it. That's what I get for not marking things down. And I will be out here tomorrow. I'm going to be pulling all the tags off of the trees, but I'm going to write it on here with a felt tip, what the tree is, and I'm going to also staple the tags down right onto the wood so that I can always look at them and get refreshed. Now, this one says produces medium to large fruit, excellent flavor, very sweet, color red with stripes, low acid, high sugar, late harvest. And that's why it's just now starting to show a little bit of growth on the limbs here, because it's a late harvest. But that should take off pretty quick. And then over there, the nectarine looks really good. I don't see any blossoms on it yet, but oh yeah, there are. There's some blossoms down on the low branches. So that one is already getting ready to set fruit. And the Freestone peach, getting a lot of green growing on that right now. So that should kick off in no time at all. And I've got room for 2 more fruit trees here. And then the rest of this wood will extend this box out into the next grow shed as soon as I put that wire down in the center. And then I'll be planting a couple more trees in there, my grapevine all the way on the end, so it has plenty of room to spread out across the unit there. It'll also provide me with some shade in this area if I run the trellis across this way and plant the grapevine on one end so that it spreads out to both directions and then comes out to about where that first pole is. That's going to give me a nice canopy, lots of grapes, and the sun comes up over that direction, so that'll give me some morning shade in the grow house here and keep things cooler in the summertime, because that's what I'm more worried about, is the summertime, everything getting too hot and dying off because of the heat. And I'll be transplanting my parsley here, although some of it looks like it's ready for harvest, and I will harvest that and dry it and get it into one of my plastic containers or one of my canning jars and mark it so that I have some parsley for the winter and do my spaghetti sauces and things like that. And I also love to pluck these off every now and then and just eat them. Oh, that's good. All right, so here's the grapevine still over here. I'm going to use the hand truck to move it down into the other side probably tomorrow. Got all my plants all watered, and I'll be transplanting some of those. As I said, for this year, I'm going to plant corn right down the center of this. But this is the end of the soil that I brought in, the 10 bags I brought in, mixed with native soil and the soil that I had in different pots. So I'll be picking up another 10 bags to extend this out a little further and get some more plants in. But I'm going to run corn right down the center here, probably maybe 10 or 12 different stalks, and I like putting 2 stalks per hole. So if I go 10 to 12 down there, that'll be 20 to 24 stalks of corn. 2 to 3 ears per stalk usually is what I get, depending on the year and how things go and the soil and that, and well, whatever. That's going to give me lots of corn, so I'll be able to feed some of it as it goes bad to the chickens, and I can also share some with my neighbors and barter if they've got other plants growing that something that I can use. We'll trade it off. All right. That being said, I did promise that I would, because I've been using the ATV and the bucket to bring soil in, I did promise that I would show the operation of the bucket dump lever. And what they give you, and I think I've gone through this once before in one of the other videos, is they give you this rope that ties to the lever, and it comes up to where you're sitting. So you need to pull on the lever here, and the bucket will unhook at this point and drop. Here we go. Okay, so that's a dump. Now, if you're operating this, I found the easiest way to get that back up is to lower the bucket as you're backing up, and it'll drag and it'll start coming up, and then you'll hear the click where it snaps into place, and it clicks right in there, and then you can go on and do your next run. But you could also get out and handle it up like that, which is not easy one-handed. But I'm pretty strong because I've been sick for a few days. Anyway, that's how that works. Now, when this bucket is fully loaded with dirt, it is heavy, and it is really hard to pull this lever with this rope hook to it. So how do I dump it? Well, I pull forward to where I want to dump, and I lower the bucket down until it touches the ground, and then I can release the lever and then raise the bucket back up again to dump. And then, of course, I can back up and drop it and latch it again as I'm backing up, so I'm ready for the next scoop. All right, so that's how the dump system on this thing works. Now, you'll notice that I have this piece up here with the teeth on it. Well, this bucket comes with the teeth, and it also comes with the flat blade. Because I was doing a lot of grading, I had the flat blade on there, and I've never changed it over. I've never actually used the one with the teeth. But I'll be doing some digging in the future, especially on the pond, and I'll be switching that out because the teeth actually break the soil better and make it easier to get a bucket load than trying to cut it with a flat piece. And also because I've been using it to pull bushes up, it's got an arch in it. So when I take that piece off, I can straighten the bucket out before I put the teeth on. And I did that. I actually drilled holes to hold this tooth section up here so that it would always be where I could find it, and I wouldn't have to go looking for it in storage, because it's not something that you use all the time. And like I said, I do mostly grading with this because that's the stage that I'm in out here. This is actually next month, April 27th, will be my first year anniversary of being out here full time. The 2 years before that, well, from the 16th, 17th, and 2018, I was out here only part-time, coming out on weekends and sometimes during the week if I had extra time, things like that. But it was only part-time. I was only up here maybe 2 days a week to get things done. All right, so I got that covered. The wind is pretty calm today. It's just enough to blow the flag and turn the PMA to the direction that it needs to go. And I'm going to get ready to start packing things in here, closing things up, because it's been a long day and I need to get some rest. And then I'll be ready to go at it again tomorrow. I may run into town with the trailer and grab the 2x4s I need for the rails in there, and maybe pick up 6 or 10 more bags of soil so that I can extend the garden. And I'll try to get the wire down tomorrow. We'll see. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with those 2 trees right there. Those are shade trees, but if they're as young as they are, if I take those saplings out here, the ground squirrels will just devastate them in no time. So I want to plant them inside of the grow house and utilize them as shade barriers, so that they give me some shade, so I don't have to keep buying shade cloths. So I might put those against the other wall there where the sun goes over in the summer where it's the hottest, and work from there. And then later on I can close off this wall and put a water wall there if I need to, and maintain some warmth in the winter time. But I'm also thinking that I may add on to the end right there and put my greenhouse right there, my glass house. So you go in through this one door, go all the way down and go into the greenhouse from the inside of this cage, so that everything is protected. But then I can also grow things right through the winter in the greenhouse. All right, GBear reminding you, give me a thumbs up down there if you like my videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. I got a couple of new subscribers today that have already contacted me, and thank you for commenting and asking questions. I hope that my answers were suitable and helped you out a little bit. So, GBear signing off.